Yat, of whom, Bhayat, out of fear. Varsate, sends rains. Devaha, the god of rain. Bhaganaha, the host of heavenly bodies. Bhati, sign. Yat, of whom, Bhayat, out of fear. Translation or purport by His Divine Grace. Out of fear of the Supreme Person of Godhead, the wind blows. Out of fear of Him, the sun shines. Out of fear of Him, the rain pours forth showers. And out of fear of Him, the host of heavenly bodies shed their luster. Purport by His Divine Grace. La Prabhupada ki jai. The Lord states in Bhagavad Gita, Maya adhakshana prakritihi suyate. Nature is working under my direction. The foolish person thinks that nature is working automatically, but such an aesthetic theory is not supported in the Vedic literature. Nature is working under the superintendence of the Supreme Person of Godhead. That is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. And we also find here that the sun shines under the direction of the Lord, and the cloud pours forth showers of rain under the direction of the Lord. All natural phenomena are under superintendence of the Supreme Person of Godhead Vishnu. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakrumritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Bandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagarjatam Sahagana Raghunathvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Savishathanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Krupa Sindhuvaya Patitanang Pavanebhya Vaishnavebhya Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nilachara Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namah. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining today morning for Srimad Bhagavatam glorification. We are discussing the Canto 3 to Chapter 29 from last 1.5 months. This is a very beautiful subject matter where Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kapila Dev, is himself discussing about how to render devotional service without any tinge of fear in a perfect way to his mother Devahuti. Indirectly, it's a good opportunity for us to learn from Supreme Person of Godhead himself, how to render devotional service. So my knowledge on the subject matter is very limited, but with all of your blessings and guidance of Guru and Gauranga, we'll try to glorify this Amran Purana for my own purification. So here, the main discussion is that out of fear, like what is basically fear? Sometimes, like we do things out of fear. There are different ways to do things. Sometimes people do things out of love. Sometimes people do work out of responsibility. Yes, I am responsible because I'll do that. And sometimes out of fear that I'm going to lose my position. Or sometimes, like we pay somebody to do something, like in our house. Sometimes the maids come, we have to do some gardening work. So like we pay some landscapers, they will do the work. Or sometimes we see that, we are in a post. Yes, I am responsible to do a good job because, yes, I am responsible, I have to maintain my post. So people do work. But in this case, all these cases, there's a tinge of fear is there. What is the fear? Because if we do not do this work, somebody will angry. That kind of fear is sometimes also there. Like when we are joining Krishna consciousness, sometimes our near and dear family members, they tell, okay, you are worshipping, you are going to have Krishna now, and you are not worshipping this demigod, that demigod. They are going to get angry on you, and they are going to curse you, they're going to punish you. So here in the verse it says that demigods serve out of fear. But we have seen that in Bhagavad Purana, there's so many instances are there. The devotees serve out of love only. In when devotees serve, there is no tinge of fear. Let us say when there is a Suddha Bhakti, there is no chance of fear over there. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Patram phalam puspam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakti uparutam ashnami prayatat manaha. So what is the essential ingredient? Essential ingredient is not, somehow to do the work. Sometimes people, like they will do the work somehow finish it. But in devotional service, the somehow finishing is not there. How to finish it? We have to finish everything out of love. Love is the most essential ingredient. Love becomes so heavy that there is no question of fear. And in love, what happens? In love, if one offers Krishna with love and devotion and leaves a flower, fruit, or water, Krishna will accept it. Krishna is saying, not saying that you will offer me with fear and I will accept it. And sometimes people are fearful and do some work. But when you do the work genuinely with a lot of love, the output is better. That definitely we have seen that. Like we see that, when we have prasadam prepared at home, like when the mother is cooking for the child with lot of love, with intent of Krishna in the center is Krishna is honoring bhoga, and after that my child is going to have it. And then that prasad is the best prasad. But you have a paid employee, he is taking some money from you and they are cooking. That cannot be that same amount of first class prasadam. So here Krishna says that if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. Krishna is not demanding that you give me this palatable dish. You don't give me this, every day 20, 30 different items served in a golden plate, silver plate, or a very opulent item. He's not asking us that. He's just telling that simply give me a leaf, give me a small flower, give me a small fruit. If you don't have anything, just get little water from your tap and put a tulsi in that, but give it to me with lot of love in that. So love is the most ingredient. When love is there, Krishna is going to definitely accept it. So in devotional service, love is the most essential ingredient. So sometimes we see that there are different types of fear are there. So people are feared that demigods, like they're going to get mad. Like we see in the instances of Vrindavan pastime of Krishna, that Nanda Maharaj is going to worship Indradev out of fear that Indra might get angry. So why people are worshipping? No, this demigod is going to get angry, so then I'm going to face Indra's wrath. But when Krishna is there to protect us, devotees are not fearful of anything. It doesn't mean that we are going to misbehave with anybody or we are going to disobey anybody. But when we are a Suddha Bhakta, we know our limitations. We see everyone at Krishna service and we see everyone as part and parcel of Krishna. We see them as a higher entity, so we respect them, we care about them. So in this Rajabasi's case, Indra sent torrential rain out of his expression of anger. But what happened at the end? Krishna came to protect them. It's not like that the demigods, they do not have any affection for Lord, but their affection is covered with fear. Like demigods, they also respect. We see Brahmaji respect Krishna. Whenever they have problem, they come to Krishna. Krishna helps them. So they have affection also for Krishna. Also, they have respect. Also, they have also affection. It's not like that they're always fearful of Krishna and they do everything on fear. But their love is dormant. Their love is basically covered with respect. Sorry, their love is basically covered with little amount of fear. They do the work out of fear that if I don't do this work, my post will go, my prestige will go. So this is one way of, like fear. There is another way of things, like demons. Sometimes some of them, they are fearful. Some of them, they are very fearless. They say, I don't care. I don't believe in Krishna, that Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead and Krishna is going to punish me and Krishna is going to, basically, everything is Krishna's property. They don't believe in it. So basically, this is one kind of foolishness. But devotees' common behavior is what? Fearlessness. That Krishna is definitely going to protect me. Prabhupada always quotes a beautiful line, and I am sure in all the languages we have similar line, that Abhasya Rakshiva Krishna Vishwasa Palana. This is basically Saranagati prayer. It's kind of in a mode of surrender. The devotee have a strong faith that any dangerous condition, Krishna will serve me. Krishna will basically save me. This is called surrender. This is real surrender. We see in Vrindavan pastime, Krishna is a 5-year-old boy, 7-year-old boy. In that, so many attacks is happening in Vrindavan, but Krishna is saving Brajvasis. So Brajvasis are like, and how he is protecting by punching somebody, by kicking somebody, by holding somebody's leg and twirling it and throwing. He has never raised any weapon. And this torrential rain is coming. Krishna is basically lifting Govardhan in one of the pinky. So these Brajavasis have tremendous faith that yes, Krishna is going to protect us. We see in the case of Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva, they are 5-year little boys. They're very, very small kids, but they don't have fear. They're totally surrendered to Krishna. They have extremely, basically 100% love for Krishna. But there are other two categories are there. Like we see Kamsa. He is always fearful. Why he is fearful? That Devaki's 8th son is going to kill me. So constantly he is meditating on Krishna. How? Yes, Devaki's 8th son is going to kill me. So he is doing all kind of preventions to show that he is not going to kill. So that's one of way of fearful. Another way of method is Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu basically he is not believing that Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna is all powerful. He is not believing that. He basically torturing his son. He's claiming that I am God. You worship me. I don't care who Krishna is. I am the God. Like no, he's basically they say don't care condition. Sometimes we see that people are careless. So about fear. So they think that yes, I'm going to break the rules and nobody is going to see me. Nobody is going to tell me anything. In the cigarette packet, it will be written, smoking is injurious to health. They don't care. They will basically go on smoking it. And there is traffic violation. It's written that drunk driving is not good. They will drink, but they will still drive on the road. Yes, nothing is going to happen. I'm fearless. They feel proud that I'm not afraid of everything. I'm not afraid of police. They will drive in a high speed. I can drive in more speed. They want to showcase with their friends. Sometimes we might be seeing, right, while we are driving on highway, people are chasing each other. Why? Because out of this carelessness and fearlessness, that's yes, I know I am not afraid of cops. I know how to make things work under my jurisdiction. I know how to break rules. I'm smart. So if you see that at the end, what happens? They get traffic violation tickets. Some of them goes to rehabilitation. Some of them goes to take some courses. So Hiranyakashipu and Shishupal, they were also not afraid of committing mistakes. They were also not afraid of committing sins. So they were also, that is basically this kind of fearlessness is basically we call foolish fearlessness. So we see that fear is one of the main measuring factor. Why? Because there is a fear that I am going to lose my prestige. My prestige is going to affect it. So that's why people try to do wrong things and they get more into Maya. Then second thing is the loss of life. That when we're going on the road, accidents happens. And then there is a loss of dear one. Recently, we're seeing so many wars happening. We see the Russia involvement. We see so many earthquakes are there. So there is a fear of loss of life. Then loss of property. Almost everybody of us, we have Ring camera installed in our house. Why we're having all those things in our house? Because we have some kind of fear. To have some kind of fear is definitely good. That basically is kind of a speed breaker to us, not to do wrong things. But in this context, we are discussing how to basically render service to Krishna with 100% love, not with any kind of fear. So if love is not fully developed, sometimes of fear will be there. So demigods have fear that if we do not do our work, our post will go or will fall down to the lower planets. Indra is always fearful that my post will go, somebody else will take my post. Like when Prithu Maharaj is doing fire sacrifices to take care of his citizens, Indra sitting in the heaven is getting scared that yes, he is getting fearful that my post is going to go. So what he is doing out of fear, he's trying to steal he's trying to steal the cow. So these are the things he is basically doing it. He is doing wrong things. So out of the fear, basically he is doing the wrong things. But when we don't have fear, we don't tend to do wrong things in a different way. Moon god, he is also having a fear that on Krishna Paksha onwards, my luster is going to go away. So I'm not go away, and certain days I'm getting bigger, and certain days I'm getting smaller. So they have also a little bit of fear. So Bhakti Yoga is the process of awakening our dormant love for Krishna. The love is dormant. But when you do bhakti yoga, when you have association of the devotees, we hear so many nice pastimes, we get association of the Bhagavata Purana characters, then what happens slowly? Our love awakens. Once we try to serve Krishna spontaneously, then all the rules and regulations voluntarily one will accept. Then in that case, everybody is beyond the punishment. So you can see this gopis dealing with Krishna. Krishna is having fever. He's asking to Narad Muni, go and ask gopis to go and ask, like my queens that give me little bit dust of their lotus feet. If I put that dust on my forehead, my headache will go away. So Narada is going to requesting the queens, please give me your dust, and if Krishna applies, his headache will go away. Queens are telling out of fear, no, no, no. If we give you dust, what will happen? We are going to commit sin, and we are going to we have to follow the consequences. Same Narada Muni is going to meet the gopis, and he's telling, see, Krishna is having a headache, and if you give the dust of the lotus feet, Krishna is going to get better. Gopis have unadulterated love. 100% love is there. There is no questions of fear that there is going to any fall down or they're going to having commit any sin. So what they're doing, they are just giving, their lotus feet, they're just giving the dust out. Narad Muni, take as much dust as you want from us. And what is the goal? The Krishna has to get better. This is the pure love, where there is no tinge of fear. So devotees think that I will do it for Krishna's pleasure. But demigods think that I have to do it. Otherwise, Krishna is going to get mad, and at the end, I'm going to lose my position, and I won't have, I cannot, get pleasure out of it. So here we see that how fear basically is affecting our devotion, can affect devotional service. So there is two methods of do services. One is the out of love, which is the most important ingredient, and other is the case of the fear. So Racharya says some of in most cases the demigods are not Suddha Bhakta. Once if it is Suddha Bhakta, definitely the questions of fear is not there. There is always 100% love. But we cannot say that demigods are not in our category situation. We cannot say that we are demigods are not Suddha Bhakta kind of thing, because we ourselves first of all are trying to become a devotee. We have to learn a lot, and we have to take examples from them how to render devotional service, and what should be the mode. So here in the purport, Prabhupada talks about Maya Akdarshana verse. So in Bhagavad Gita chapter 9, verse number 10, Krishna says that Maya Adakshana Prakriti Suyate Sarcharacharam. Basically, Krishna is saying that this material nature is totally working on my direction, O son of Kunti, and it is producing all moving and unmoving beings by its rule. This manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So it is clearly stated that the Supreme Lord, though he is aloof from all the material activities of the Lord, he remains the Supreme Director. The Supreme Lord, basically, he is the Supreme Controller. Without his will, nothing will happen. But the management is being conducted by the material nature. All these living entities, whatever we are seeing, they all are born under the glass of the Supreme Lord, but still they take different bodies according to the past deeds and desires. So here, since the Rathatra time is there, just wanted to share about this, a little bit about this Maya Adakshana verse, like under my jurisdiction. So we all know that now Rathatra dates are approaching, and Atlantic City Rathatra is on the corner. And after 9 days, we will have Jagannath Puri Rathayatra, which is on July 7th. And this Saturday, we are doing from our temple, we are doing the Rathayatra in Atlantic City. So I know all of you are going to attend it and must be preparing for it. So this is an incident that happened in 1972. So in 1972, the chief minister was supposed to meet prime minister. There was some cabinet meeting, and he was about to board the flight in the afternoon at 3 p.m. But since he was the new chief minister, he wanted to see Jagannathji on the chariot. So he requested the temple management committee, whoever was governing the Rathatra that time, that can I come and see Rathatra, and after that from Puri, I'll take my car to airport, and from there I will go to Delhi. The management committee, whoever was conducting, very happily, he told, yes, please come. I'm going to do all the arrangements, and I will make sure that you pull the chariot smoothly, and you can go. In Jagannath Rathatra case, whoever are associated closely in any of the Lord's Jagannath activities, whenever we say that I am going to do it, I will do it, then basically we are finished at that time and we are going to have a lot of difficulties. But when we say that, Lord, by your mercy, please let us do that, and without you, nothing is going to happen, and everything is going to go by your supervision or your guidance, everything becomes smooth. So then what happened, as you see that Lord Jagannath basically he basically from temple he comes out, and in a procession way he rides the chariot. So when they ride the chariot, there is a bamboo basically ladders they basically put in front of the chariot to the floor. So in Puri always Lord Balabhadra goes first, then Subhadra Devi goes in the chariot, then finally Lord Jagannath comes. In scripture also we see like Gaur Gobind Maharaj three loves of wood, we also see that is always the pattern. Then Lord Jagannath is always the last. And Lord Jagannath is Bhaktavatsal. So when he's coming, lot of pujaris are surrounding him. They are trying to lift him. And Jagannath is in Puri, Jagannath is very heavy. Our temple Jagannath also is heavy, but in Puri he is very heavy. And sometimes the Lord becomes very heavy based on his desire also. So that day when the Lord Jagannath came to go on the staircase to up to the onto the chariot, he is not moving. He somehow he went to the halfway, and halfway he's standing there. He's not moving at all. There's so many nice tricks are there. The pujaris know how to lift him smoothly. But that day, hundreds of pujaris are there. Jagannath is not moving. They called all the senior pujaris, all the senior pandas who knows and who are expert in lifting Lord smoothly. They also tried. Nothing happened. By that time, king had already also done his sweeping activities, and he had basically gone to his palace. That moment, some pujari who had heard that this management committee chief has told that I am going to make it happen, he realized because of this line, this is going to happen. This is what happening. So he told, you ask forgiveness to the Lord. The person also came and also asked forgiveness. And then later on, they thought, okay, let's call some dear servant of the Lord. Then only if he will tell that Lord will smoothly go. Then by hearing all these discussions, King of Puri, he came and he literally stand behind Jagannathji, and he's not even going to the front. Behind he came and he told Jagannathji, Jagannath, you are Lord of the universe. You are Lord of Puri. Not only Lord of Puri, you are the Lord of the entire planets. Without your desire, without your sanction, nothing is going to move. So many devotees are waiting here. If you are not going to move, so many devotees are standing here. And if this bamboo is going to break, so what is going to happen? So please move. So many people are here watching, and so many people are watching worldwide in the transmission. All are waiting and watching. And you are the Lord of the universe, and you are the Bhaktavatsal. Please forgive our sin. Please you yourself move. By that, something happened, and somewhere some pujari came and he tried to lift Jagannathji. Jagannathji went on very happily and smoothly to inside the chariot. So basically, the thing to say here is everything happens without Lord's jurisdiction. If Lord doesn't desire, nobody is going to move him even in an inch. Like there is another pastime of Ramanujacharya. Like Ramanujacharya, when he was very potent. We all follow Ramanujacharya, we all love him. But when he came to Jagannath Puri, he tried to do some changes in the current system. He was seeing that at one way there is a high end of deity worship, and the other way this lower caste people are doing services. So he thought about, okay, I am going to put a higher standard. Yes. So the day when he's going to open the higher standard, the puja king came, everybody are waiting. Ramanujacharya is going to come and he's going to implement some higher standard. That day Ramanujacharya did not come. So everybody waited. So finally king told, okay, you start with your own method. Later on, when they went to Ramanujacharya's cottage, they found that Ramanujacharya is not there. Later we hear that before day, Jagannathji came to Ramanujacharya and told that my devotees are very dear to me. Whatever here is happening is under my jurisdiction, and you are nowhere to interfere in that. Instead, he basically, with Garuda's help, the next day morning, Ramanujacharya was in Kurmakshetra. But Ramanujacharya was also a very potent devotee. So there itself, he created his bhakti empire. So as we see that if Krishna doesn't desire, nobody can lift him, nobody can move a single thing. In Jasodamai pastime, the same Krishna, Jasodamai is lifting on her lap. He is feeding Krishna, he is chasing Krishna. Krishna is getting bound by Jasodamaya's love. So only thing is that love is needed. If Krishna sometimes we see here in Jagannath's case, he becomes so heavy that hundred of people, hundred of pujaris, they are not lifting him. There is discussion that they can get the elephant to lift Jagannathji, but Jagannath is not moving any inch also. Here, the same Lord of the Universe in the form of Bal Gopal form, he is sitting in Mother Yashoda's lap. So and then we all hear in Trinabar pastime that Mother Yashoda was holding Krishna. After some time, he is putting Krishna down. So in the meanwhile, Trinabarta came. He basically wants to take revenge that one of his brother got killed by little Krishna. So Kamsa sent him. Trinabarta basically is taking Krishna, and he is thinking that I am going to take Krishna to very high up, and basically he is a wind god, and from there I am going to throw Krishna down. So he is holding Krishna on his neck, and he is going up and up and up. Krishna becomes heavy. Krishna becomes so heavy that Trinavarta feels like choking. He's thinking, how can I throw this little boy? But Krishna is holding his neck. If you see this picture, Krishna is holding his neck. So finally, Trinavarta fell down out of the heavy and out of the heavy body of Krishna, and he is dead. He got killed. So nothing will happen without Krishna's desire. If Krishna desires, Yasodamai can hold her because Yasodamai is Suddha Bhakta. If Krishna doesn't desire, Trinavarta cannot lift him for 1 minute also. So finally, in the 18th chapter, 66 verse, Krishna says, Mahasuchaha. Krishna says the Sarvadharma Paritajya, Mamekam Saranam Raja, Aham Tam Sarva Papepyo, Mokshami Mahasuchaya. This Mahasuchaha is very, very important. Krishna himself is saying that I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. So do not fear. So with this, would like to end today's discussion. So the main ingredient is love, and devotees, when devotees do service, if the love is overpowering, then there is no question of fear. So how this do not fear thing is become when we completely surrender to Lordship. Like there is a we basically we have to be Krishnized. We have to keep Krishna in our center. So in that case, there won't be any fear. There will be always love. The love which is dormant in our body, that will get awakened. So, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, Mother. We'd like to wish everyone a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. And we'd like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Jai Nrsinga, Praladesha, Jaya Padma Mukha Padmam Dingam, Ugravira
Udravira
Mahavishnu,
Mahavishnu, Jalantam Sarvam, Narsingha Vashnam Gadam,
Namyam. Nrsinga Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad.
Jai.
Also, there is lots of services in coming days for Atlantic City Jagannath Rath Yatra, organized by our temple. So, if you have some time, please contact Krishnan Prabhu and he can connect you with one service or the other. Yeah. Thank you very much. We would like to offer our humble obeisances to all the Samar Vaishnavas, Vanchakalpatarubhayascha,
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnaveभ्यो Namah.
Vaishnav ki jai, Granth
Jai.
Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur
Jai.
Hari Hari.
Hari
Thank you,
Bol.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mataji.
everybody.
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.